Crowder's Mountain, North Carolina. Look at the barn quilt that we're going to draw. I started to say paint again, didn't I? I've already painted it. I have to get in the habit of saying that. So anyway, we're going to draw this pattern today. And I'll show you about that anchor. You know, I used a stencil. But if you've got a Cricut, you can just make your own stencil. But you can find that stencil at Hobby Lobby. I think that's where I got it. That's painted on. I used the stencil to draw it, and then I painted that. But I'll tell you that probably twice before I get through with this video. And here's just a couple more if you wanted to see them. That is just a simple 8-point star with blocks around it. And that I just hung these out because they was spring looking. And that's another one. Same thing, just done a little bit different. And of course, you know this, I think I showed you this snowflake. Well, not a snowflake, it's Dolly Madison, but it's done like a wintertime barn quilt. But I'm thinking more spring now. That's what I want to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and start drawing that one off. Okay, y'all ready? So for this particular barn quilt, this is 24 inches. I only need 4 blocks. No border. This is just going to be, it's really simple. And you can get it done in a couple of hours. And you can make it any color you want to. So, 4 blocks, and I have 24 inches on my board, so my blocks are going to be 6 inches wide. So I'm just marking it 6, 12, and 18. I'm going to go all the way around with my board, with my paper, I mean. And again, I've said this before, you don't have to put it on paper first. If you want to keep your pattern, you could, but you don't have to. You can just print that screenshot that you take and keep it. And that'd be the same thing, really, as keeping your pattern, because once you do it, you'll say, oh, that was easy. It's going to be easy, easy, easy. I'm going to spring a real hard one on you guys one day. I've been wanting to do this one particular one, and it looks complicated. But I'm going to do it. I know this one with that anchor looks more summertime. But you know what? If you guys are getting your summertime stuff together and you want to hang something pretty on your house or your barn or your potting shed or your beach house or whatever, this would be a pretty one because of that anchor. All right, see, we only needed the 4 blocks. All the way around, making our tick marks every 6 inches. And now we got our grid. Just so simple. But you just gotta try to be careful and make sure you get them all 6 inches apart. All right, now for our pattern, this is going to be simple too, and I'll do it in red so it'll show up. I think it'll show up better. Alright, so 1 block at a time, 1 row at a time. we're going to make a mark there. And we're just making another one here. We're going this way with that one. So we're just making 2 V's. No. 2 upside down V's. Oh, we're going to make 2 triangles. Alright. Now let's go our second row. There. We're going to make another. I'll make a V this time, but it's going to be up the right way. And then here. So you see you've got that, the triangle here, 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 here. You see? So you can do that. I mean, that's just simple. Just follow the way I did it. All right, now we're on the 3rd row. We're almost finished already. Look at that. This way. And we're going to make our square in the middle here. Let's see what it's going to turn out like. You actually have a square right there. All right, then make your mark that way. Now, we're on the last row. Look here. So, all we're doing here, I'm trying to move that over. Yeah, that's right. I almost thought I did it wrong. You see how that pattern's coming out like that? All right. So there you go. That's actually your pattern. Now let me show you. Like I did that other one, I think that turned out good. Here's the picture again. Yeah, you can see it. There you go. Alright, now what I'm going to do is mark where to put these same colors. And we'll just label them. So when you look back at your screenshot, you'll see how I've done that. And you'll know where to put your like colors. Alright, so color number 1 here, here, and you're just going to color in your angles here, your triangles. Oh, wait, look what I did. Did you catch it? Yeah, I bet somebody did. I left out a mark. There you go. I know somebody caught that. Got some sharp eyes in here. All right. This one, that one. Then we're going to go up here to this one. And up here. So you will have 4 of that color, and that is the dark, on my pattern, that's the dark navy blue. And I can show you the colors that I used. That might help you, but you don't have to do that. I used, alright, this is Precious Sapphire. It's not navy blue, okay? You can put navy blue, but I used, let me find it here. You could use Royal Navy, you could use Sapphire Lace. Here's one I used. I used Precious Sapphire. Alright, for number 1. Alright, for the second one, I used Something Borrowed. Let me find that other one real quick. Sorry, I'm hunting. I'm trying to find my cameo blue. Hang on a minute. Hang on just a minute. I'm coming. Here it is. Alright. So, for the second one, I used Something Borrowed. And that dries darker than it looks. But Something Borrowed. So it's just a medium blue. Whatever your favorite colors of blue are. Because I'm kind of making this in a beach theme, but you could use you could use any color, pinks, purples, or that coral color is a pretty for the beach too. But anyway, let me mark Something Borrowed is these two here. So I'm going to put 2 right there so you'd know that goes for both of them. Alright. Then here, these 2. And then up here, these 2. And over here, it's these 2. See that? This, and this. Alright. Now, don't you wish I'd quit saying alright? I'm getting on my own nerves doing that. I've got to quit. Okay, so number 3 is what I used was Cameo Blue. And again, it dries a little bit darker than what you see it here. For number 3, it's this whole section. And it is this triangle. It's this whole section, these 2 blocks here. This triangle. This whole section. This triangle and that whole section. This triangle, and then you got that one. So you see that lighter blue, it covers a lot of your board. Alright, so my white, I used ultra white, but you don't have to. If you don't want any white, just use a pale shade of blue, something that is going to look good in the middle, but it would be light enough so that your anchor is going to show up. So I used white, so that's what I'm going to do. So this whole entire block right here is white. And I'm just putting white. Because these numbers are getting, you could say it's number 4. Because you'll have 4 colors. Alright. So this one is going to be white. This one is white. This triangle's white. And this one. Alright, take your snapshot so you'll know. And you can put anything, you can put a letter. I think I have one. I'm not sure. I think I have one on a video that I put a letter in the middle. Because Oh yeah, because that was when one of our granddaughters was going to college. She's graduated now, but she was going to college, and we put an A in the middle of it for her. And she hung it up in her closet, in her dorm room. Okay, so let me show you that stencil now that I used. This is what I found. Now it's cardboard, so if you've got a Cricut, you're probably going to want to make you one. But I just laid it down in the middle and made sure that that point was on that line, and these points was on that line. And I just drew it off. Now, I used this little skinny tape. It's like 1/8 of an inch wide. That's what I used to go around it. And it really works well. And since I didn't have, it was so small, I didn't try to tape around the outside of the tape. I just used this little small brush and went around it, and it worked fine. But I had to make myself slow down and just do it that way. Okay. So take your snapshot, and I'll lay that down too so you can see it. Doesn't show up very well. That shows up better. There you go. Snap that. Now, the pack that I got this in had maybe 3 sizes in it, but you might can find one. This is about 6 inches. That is about 6 inches, and this is a 24-inch quilt, so you can see it. All right. So there you go. Hope you subscribe and click the bell for notifications for when I upload another video. And I hope you had fun today. And I'll see you in the next video.